What's up, guys? I got the keys here back with another video. So, today we're going to talk about how to stay grounded in daily life. And I only teach this, I'm only teaching this because I've had to go through it recently and, not reacting in the old way that the old me would have. Um, but being aware of yourself, your body, how you feel, your thoughts at the moment, all of this is important, right? And if you're at least aware of it, then you can fix it, right? You can change it. And, staying calm and, letting the things come to you is ultimately going to, keep you grounded, right? Every time you take a deep breath and just relax and say, okay, I'm trusting in you, God, to lead me to the next step, right? And you can say these things internally, right? You can say, I'm okay, I am safe, I am grounded right now. I have nothing to fear, nothing to worry about because I know who I am and I trust in God to lead me to the points I need to be at, right? And so everything that happens has a purpose, even if it seems bad to you, right? There's a bigger purpose behind these things, to teach you something or to show you a lesson about yourself, to bring you into a more centered version of yourself. And ultimately staying grounded, brings everything to you too, right? It's like if your energy's all up in the clouds or all the way down, you know what I'm saying? It's going to bring things like that. So, if you're constantly spiraling in your mind, I want you to sit back, just take a couple deep breaths and just say my mind is not who I am. It is simply what I'm listening to, okay? And you are the one that is aware of the mind, okay? The one that's aware of the chatter. And this becomes very important throughout daily life when, let's say you're having a bad day at work or like things just seem to keep going wrong and you're just like, you know what? It's nothing I can control at this moment. So let me just surrender to what is going on. I trust in you, God, to lead me to the next part of, my journey. And, whatever happens today doesn't define who I am. And all of this is working out for my best good, right? And that's one thing I always say to myself is that all of this is working out for the best possible way that it could, right? It's trusting, it's having faith that everything is going just as it should. There is no second guessing. There is no fear of what's coming next because you're in the present moment, right? You're not worried about the future. You're not worried about the past. You are simply where you are right now. And, because we don't think about this, but, the 3D is actually our past, right? Because we manifest things and then we experience them, right? So technically, this is going to be your past, even when you're watching this video, right? Um, at least a past version of myself, but you're going to be watching it in the now. So each new moment is a new you. It's now, 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 right? Every moment. And um, like I said, just deep breaths, watch where in your body do you get tight when something happens to you, when something that I don't know puts anxiety maybe or something like that into you, right? Um, this being aware of where maybe your chest gets tight or your breathing becomes very shallow. Um, if there's, I don't know, some energy stuck in your shoulder, you have pain in your shoulder. All of these are signs of, stuck energy or simply you're not moving your energy. So, I notice this during my, daily life, sometimes at work, I'll be simply working on something and I notice that I'm not, breathing fully. I'm not living in the present moment, right? And we're not always going to. It's obviously we're not perfect people, right? But the more that we can, the easier life gets. And I don't mean like, nothing's ever going to happen to you, but you're just kind of like, okay, I understand, like, this is happening for my best good. So, deep breaths, positive self talk. And, this doesn't mean like to ignore what's happening and say, obviously I don't perceive this as good, but I know that something better is coming out of it, right? It's like we don't have to fuss and fight over the little things that happen in our daily life. And, okay, so maybe you have an extra bill that you didn't know. Okay, I understand. Like, it's okay, I'll pay it. Like, I don't have to worry about it. I can put it on a credit card or, whatever for now, and I'll pay it back. So these little things can help you regulate your nervous system so that you're not always spiraling out. You're not down in the dumps. Okay. And that doesn't mean you're not ever going to have, an off day or whatever, because that's just not realistic, guys. It's, we go through waves of things. And yeah, it's just, being calm, being present, and being aware of everything going on within you and outside, right? So notice your thoughts when things happen. Are you getting angry about it in your head, but trying to be positive in the your self-talk in the physical world, right? Like you're talking all good to yourself, but in your head you're like, fuck this, fuck that. You know what I mean? Um, so it's important to be aware of what we're saying internally. And I mean, you're not going to catch every single thought, right? Because there's so many in a day. But, the more that you can be present and actually use your thinking, which thinking is actually imagination, right? When you are truly thinking about something, you are imagining it, right? It may come as a mental picture, but it could also come as, these like words in your head, but it's projecting, your next maybe steps or the next part of your journey. And so, um, and that voice in your head can lead you down the wrong road sometimes. So, be careful. But, I tend to listen to my heart and my gut more than anything. Right. And, obviously the mind can play some tricks on you. So, be careful. But just you have nothing to worry about. You know what I mean? There's no need to try and fight negative thoughts or anything like that. Now, if you're spiraling out with negative thoughts, then yes, there you need to change something, right? You need to go do something that is going to take your mind off of it, or I don't know, put some music on while you're at work or whatever, right? These are just things I do to settle myself, right? And you know, even like if I start, like, let's say I start talking to somebody new and I'm getting anxious about it, like my old ways, okay? I would take a couple deep breaths and say, this doesn't define who I am, right? This is just something coming up to be released, and I can let that go now, right? So, um, your awareness is like one of the biggest um benefits, of this journey, right? And it is truly a blessing and a curse, because you're so aware of everything that it can be a lot, but at least you're aware of it so you can change it, right? Um, so yeah, deep breaths, good inner conversation, and self love. Like, I know who I am. I don't need to worry about all these outside things happening, because this is simply not what it seems, right? Which is what they call an illusion. Um, so just remember that life is a ride, and it's not just one destination, right? Each moment in our life is part of the journey. So each moment is your destination, okay? So with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one, and peace.